Hello all, I would like to explain about Convention on the Right of the Child that has been made in 1989, UNCRC by UNICEF. There are 54 conventions. The United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child, the children's version. United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child is an important agreement by countries who have promised to protect children's rights. The Convention on the Right of the Child explains who children are, all the rights and the responsibilities of governments. All the rights are connected. They are all equally important and they cannot be taken away from children. First is definition of a child. A child is any person under the age of 18. Second, no discrimination. All children have all these rights, no matter who they are, where they live, what language they speak, what their religion is, what they think, what they look like, if they are a boy or a girl, if they have disability, if they are rich or poor, and no matter who their parents or families are, or what their parents or families believe or do. No child should be treated unfairly for any reasons. 3, best interest of the child. When adults make decisions, they should think about how the decision will affect children. All adults should do what is best for children. Government should make sure children are protected and looked after by their parents or by other people when it is needed. Government should make sure that people and places responsible for looking after children are doing a good job. 4, making right real. Government must do all they can do, make sure that every child in their countries can enjoy all the rights in this convention. 5, family guidance as children develop. Government should let families and communities guide their children so that as they grow up, they learn to use their right in the best way. The more children grow, the less guidance they will need. 6, life, survival, and development. Every child has the right to be alive. Governments must make sure that children survive and develop in the best possible way. 7, name and nationality. Children must be registered when they are born and given a name which is officially recognized by the government. Children must have a nationality or belong to a country. Whenever possible, children should know their parents and be looked after by them. 8, identity. Children have the right to their own identity, an official record of who they are, which includes their names, nationality, and family relations. No one should take this away from them. But if this happens, governments must help children to quickly get their identity back. 9, keeping families together. Children should be separated from their parents unless they are not being properly looked after. For example, I repeat again, children should not be separated from their parents unless they are not being properly looked after. For example, if a parent hurts or does not take care of a child, children whose parents don't like together should stay in contact with both parents unless it might harm the child. 10. Contact with parents across countries. If a child lives in a different countries than their parents, government must let the child and parents travel so that they can stay in contact and be together. 11. Protection from kidnapping. Government must stop children being taken out of the country when this is against the law. For example, being kidnapped by someone or held abroad by a parents when the other parents does not agree. 12. Respect for children's view. Children have the rights to give their opinion freely on issues that affect them. Adults should listen and take children seriously. 13. Sharing thoughts freely. Children have the right to share freely with others what they learn, think, and feel by talking, drawing, writing, or in any other way unless it harms other people. 14. Freedom of thought and religion. Children can choose their own thoughts, opinions, and religions, but this should not stop other people from enjoying their rights. Parents can guide children so that as they grow up, they learn to properly use this right. 15. Setting up or joining groups. Children can join or set up groups or organizations, and they can meet with others as long as this does not harm other people. 16. Protection of privacy. Every child has the right to privacy. The law must protect children's privacy, family, home, communication, and reputation or good name from any attack. 17. Access to information. Children have the right to get information from the internet, radio, television, newspaper, books, and other sources. Adults should make sure the information they are getting is not harmful. Government should encourage the media to share information from lots of different sources in languages that all children can understand. 18. Parents, it's about responsibility of parents. Parents are the main people responsible for bringing up a child. When the child does not have any parents, another adult will have this responsibility, and they are called a guardian. Parents and guardian should always consider what is best for that child. Government should help them. Where a child has both parents, both of them should be responsible for bringing up the child. 19. Protection from violence. Government must protect children from violence, abuse, and being neglected by anyone who look after them. 20. Children without family. Every child who cannot be looked after by their own family has the right to be looked after properly by people who respect the child's religion, culture, language, and other aspects of their life. 21. Children who are adopted. When children are adopted, the most important thing is to do what is best for them. If a child cannot be properly looked after in their own country, for example, by living with another family, then they might be adopted in another country. 22. Sorry. 22. Refugee children. Children who move from their home country to another country as refugees because it was not safe for them to stay there should get help and protection and have the same rights as children born in that country. 23. Children with disabilities. Every child with a disability should enjoy the best possible life in society. Government should remove all obstacles for children with disabilities to become independent and to participate actively in the community. 24. Health, water, food, environment. Children have the right to the best health care possible, clean water to drink, healthy food, and a clean and safe environment to live in. All adults and children should have information about how to stay safe and healthy. 25. Review of a child's placement. Every child who has been placed somewhere away from home for their care, protection, or health should have their situation checked regularly to see if anything is going well and if this is still the best place for the child to be. 26. Social and economic help. Government should provide money or help support or other support to help children from poor families. 27. Food, clothing, a safe home. Children have the right to food, clothing, and a safe place to live so they can develop in the best possible way. The government should help family and children who cannot afford this. 28. Access to education. Every child has the right to an education. Primary education should be free. Secondary and higher education should be available to every child. Children should be encouraged to go to school to the highest level possible. Disciplines in schools should respect children's rights and never use violence. 29. Aims of education. Children's education should help them fully develop their personalities, talents, and abilities. It should teach them to understand their own rights and to respect other people's rights, cultures, and differences. It should help them to live peacefully and protect the environment. 30. Children's minority culture, language, and religion. Children have the right to use their own language, culture, and religion, even if they are not shared by most people in the country where they live. 31. Rest, play, culture, and art. Every child has the right to rest, relax, play, and to take part in cultural and creative activities. 32. Protection from harmful work. Children have the right to be protected from doing work that is dangerous or bad for their education, health, or development. If children work, they have the right to be safe and paid fairly. 33. protection from harmful drugs. Government must protect children from taking, making, carrying, or selling harmful drugs. 34. Protection from sexual abuse. The government should protect children from sexual exploitation, being taken advantage of, and sexual abuse, including people forcing children to have sex for money or making sexual picture or films of them. 35. Prevention of sale and trafficking. Government must make sure that children are not kidnapped or sold or taken to other countries or places to be exploited, taken advantage of. 36. Protection from exploitation. Children have the rights to be protected from any other kinds of exploitation, being taken advantage of, even if they are not specifically mentioned in this convention. 37. Children in detention. Children who are accused of breaking the law should not be killed, tortured, treated cruelly, put in prison forever, or put in prison with adults. Prison should always be the last choice and only for the shortest possible time. Children in prison should have legal help and be able to stay in contact with their family. 38. Protection in war. Children have the right to be protected during war. No child under 15 can join the army or take part in war. 39. Recovery and Reintegrations. Children have the right to get help if they have been hurt, neglected, treated badly, or affected by war, so they can get back their health and dignity. 40. Children who break the law. Children accused of breaking the law have the right to legal help and fair treatment. There should be lots of solutions to help these children become good members of the communities. Prisons should only be the last choice. 41. Best law for children applies. If the laws of a country protected children's right better than this convention, then those laws should be used. 42. Everyone must know children's right. Government should actively tell children and adults about this convention so that everyone knows about children's right. 43 to 54, how the convention works. These articles explain how governments, the United Nations, including the Committee of the Right of the Child and UNICEF and other organizations work to make sure all children enjoy all their rights. Thank you very much, and I conclude this convention now. Thank you.